if you go back to what are girls learning in health class, if they get it in school, which they don't a lot of times, but if they do, what are they getting? They're getting ways to prevent pregnancy and ways to prevent sexually transmitted infections. And they're talking about consent a lot, which is great, okay? Mm-hmm. But no one is having a discussion about pleasure. And boys expect that they're going to have pleasure. And in fact, they intuitively know how to give themselves pleasure. Girls, that is not part of health class, that they should expect pleasure, and they don't, and they don't necessarily know how to give themselves pleasure. And this then expands into adulthood. So it all starts when people are young. The messaging is very, very important, that this is not shameful, and that this is normal, and this is healthy, and let's talk about what a healthy body does.
Right. And I'm sure there are moms listening that are like, oh, wait, I need to talk to my daughter about this. What do I say? How do I? And the thing that's striking me so much about this, and it's the first time I've ever had someone ever suggest this, and I think it is brilliant, not just because it helps kids make sense of the whole story. And we know that when we can make sense of what is happening to us in a more complete way, we feel more grounded. Because getting your period and having this talk is a little uncomfortable and also can be anxiety provoking for kids. But what I think I really want to emphasize here is this fact that, like, when we, the parents sitting down with our daughter to talk to her about this, come at it from the vantage point of, you don't want to get pregnant, you don't want to get a sexually transmitted infection, which is also important. We don't want to not say that. Yeah. But if that's the emphasis, it also embeds this sort of implicit communication that our bodies have this sort of job to do versus what's our relationship with our body? I want to know how my body works because my body is powerful. My body is amazingly interesting and complex, and it can do these great things. We can create life and we have our own life cycle, and it doesn't, there's just a lot of richness there. I think
you lead with pleasure. This is what our body can do. Isn't this amazing? Isn't this great that we've been given this kind of a body that can give us pleasure? And what you need to know, like most things in life, is with pleasure comes responsibility and making sure that, you don't have problems. And then you get into the contraception and sexually transmitted infections.